It's a little bit nicer than the other day.
What a wind.
Anyway, we're walking along it's called the Peak Forest Canal in Marple. We're walking towards Romiley. Romiley is the town I was born in. So we're having a nice leisurely walk along the canal, as we say. And what we got here, we got the locks. Marple's at a higher elevation than Romiley, so boats have to come through these locks to step down to the lower elevation. And I'm hoping to see one go through the locks today, with it being it's a Saturday. So we got 8 locks to do it in. There's 16 locks altogether. We're going to walk down towards number 1 right now. Towards us here. In America, in England, the ducks come chasing towards you. In America, the ducks go chasing away from you. What does that tell you?
Well, these are well fed.
Yeah, they're being fed here. Don't you have a bell?
Yeah, he rang the bell.
Oh, did he? I didn't hear him.
Careful. I don't know if it's a sunflower.
Ah, not very, yeah, you got a nice garden, isn't it? Nice little garden.
Should we run for this one?
Yeah, why not? It'll be a nice short walk to the train station.
I wonder if we can swap the house.
Oh, like in Holiday? Yeah, this first one is what you call a narrow boat. And
Second one is what?
it's just a regular pleasure cruiser.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but this first one looks like it's a converted coal barge, and this is the type of boat that was used on the canal when it was first built. It would be probably open, there wouldn't be the cabs on top. And it probably carry coal and other stuff. This was a commerce place. And back in them days, the horse would pull it along. And this is what we're walking now, is called the tow path, where the horse used to tow the barges. But this canal was built at the end of the 1700s, beginning of the 1800s, when there was no internal combustion engines. Now we got the canal goes over the River Goyt on an aqueduct. And this aqueduct was built, it'll tell us on this sign over here when it was actually built. But it's pretty cool. You can see why the narrow boats had to be narrow. And you can see going over the aqueduct here. I'd say once trains came in and trucks and what have you, they didn't have any need for the canal anymore, and it fell into disrepair. But people on the boats, enthusiasts, got it fixed up again, and it's a beautiful place now. Marple Aqueduct. What's this? It's the tallest masonry arch aqueduct in the UK, right here. So it's quite a piece of engineering. And it goes over. This goes over the River Goyt, G-O-Y-T, and it's got here when it was built. Opened in 1800. So they built it during the 1700s, obviously. There you go, it fell into disuse in the 60s. And restoration through associations. So we used to jump across here when we were kids. And you can imagine there's a 100-foot drop on the other side. And we used to do it here because we used to call this the plateau over here. We never used anybody's name. We say this is the river, the canal, the plateau, the White Bridge. So if you look over through the arch here, and that's the B&B we normally stay at when we come to England. Last 2 or 3 times, is it? We've stayed there. Yeah. So anyway, they put railings on the other side. So I'm guessing that the kids, not as smart as us, we never fell off the edge.
As a skill.
Let's see if we can see the River Goyt right down below there. You can see the river. It's quite a drop.
So where did you fall? Up there somewhere?
Oh, there you go. Train going across the viaduct. This is something I never understood about where we live now. Why they can't have a nice little commuter train running up and down. Don't slow down at all. Yeah, we used to call this White Bridge. I think at one time it was whitewashed, the color white, or painted. Should imagine it be whitewash. You can still see remnants of it. I don't think anybody calls it White Bridge anymore. That's what we used to call it. You mentioned White Bridge, everybody knew it. Got your rhubarb here, babe. And you see the housing area over here. That's Cherry Tree Estate, it's called, housing estate. And that's where I was born. We're going to be walking up that way. Are you casting off?
Yes.
Good morning. Do you have like showers and toilets on board?
Showers and toilets, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
And a bidet.
I wonder what it looks like. On the other side of the bridge is a permanent mooring. Somebody's staying
Yes,
there.
I believe so. You have to pay for that though.
Oh, is that what it is?
If it is a proper permanent mooring, you
Oh,
have to pay
okay.
for now and then.
I'm just wondering how he goes on for water and
Or
toilets.
they'll
and that.
move up to the sanitary station at the top of the
Oh,
locks.
there's a sanitary thing.
And
Ah,
has to
'cause
go all
I-
the way up the locks.
I got
Ah.
so many curious things since I'm crazy about the sanitary. Where do they take showers? My husband said.
In the
Where do
canal?
they do?
Yeah.
We used to swim in it when I was a kid. I used to swim
Yes,
in this.
well,
And I've still got five fingers. I don't have
yes,
8
but
arms or
you know
anything.
they go green at night. They glow in the dark, don't they?
Oh, so you go some docks and then empty the septic
Yes.
tank and
Empty the cassette.
Just like a
Oh,
caravan,
okay.
right? Just
yes,
like
that's right. Just
yeah.
like a caravan.
do you if you want to sail here, do you have to pay using
Yeah.
the canal?
Yes, you have to buy a license. About £1,000
Oh, okay.
a year.
Oh, 5,000?
1,000.
1,000
Don't
a
say
year.
5. Canal River might get some big idea.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Uh-huh.
I'll let you off.
Oh, so
But
as
it's
long
very
as,
civilised, really.
so as
not
long
like your
as
husband said.
you pay 1,000, you can just sail any time of
Any
year.
time of the year.
Oh, okay, so thank you for asking questions.
That's all right.
Just
Curious,
thank you for
yeah.
my question. I
Yeah.
got so curious. We always wanted to do this when his brother was
Yeah.
alive.
You never
but-
got the chance.
No.
No.
You
Is
get a nice little hire boat for 2,
Uh-huh.
can't you? Little short boat.
Not cheap though.
You can swim in the canal again.
You should have seen him. Chris, where do they take shower? And he's a
When I was a boy, I was in the Sea Scouts in Romiley,
Yeah.
and they had a barge for a short while. They called it St. George. Yeah,
He was in the Sea Scouts, but he lived near the sea.
I know. I
You
see.
don't like the sea. Throw up the canal.
Our sea was the canal. Yeah.
It's lovely, the canal.
Oh, it is. It's beautiful.
Don't get waves. Don't get tide.
Yeah.
no seasick, nothing.
No seasick.
Who's Joni M?
Well, that was my mother.
Oh, okay, great.
She's with us in her name and in her spirit,
Oh.
especially when I moan at him. Nice to
Nice
Take
talking
care.
to you.
Oh, the engine was going. Look how quiet it was. Yeah.
Ah.
Are you walking far? Are you walking up?
Ducks are in the tunnel. You see the tunnel here. What's the tunnel called?
Lagging tunnel.
Legging Tunnel.
How do you do it? You lie down
And leg it back. Yeah. Yeah, in the old days, the barges, obviously the horses don't have a tow path going through the tunnel. So they used to get on their backs and get their legs on the roof of the tunnel and push it through with their legs. And they call this, so this is the nickname for this. I don't know if it's still there. Morning. I don't know if it's still there because the correct
coming from the back.
two bicyclists. Okay. The correct name for this tunnel is the Hyde Bank Tunnel, I believe. This is Hyde Bank, they call it.
Well, I guess it's not too early.
Morning.
Up you go.
Couple of girls. And when we were kids, we used to build rafts out of 55-gallon barrels. And we used to float through it. And we used to shout Odin after the movie Vikings with Kirk Douglas. Odin. You ever see that movie?
I bet I did.
Okay. You have no choice. You gotta walk over the tunnel. Unless you have a boat. Oh. And we're coming up to the official name again is Hyde Bank Farm. And we used to call it Blackhurst Farm because the owner was a guy called Blackhurst. And we used to come over here to check out the animals. Usually had cows and pigs. See here, I was going to say, if we turn left, we go to the mill, you can see it there.
Yeah.
But we're going to go right up to Cherry Tree.
Yeah, your mom was a good mom, probably not very good wife, but
We'd be walking up here sometimes, and Blackhurst would be bring his cows in from one of the fields. And they're wall-to-wall cows. You had to get up on a wall to get out of the way. Again, we used to call this the train bridge. And this is the one I was telling you about back in the steam locomotive days.
you guys
We used
started
to wait for the steam train come along,
and then they just
hang our heads
peel
over
'em
one.
out.
Yeah.
Peel 'em out on you guys.
And there's supposed to be one coming today.
Nobody jumped on the train, went to Marple and come back?
I don't know.
You guys never tried that?
No.
Why not?
It's a short walk.
I'm surprised. Nobody has
Hey.
tried that.
It's supposed to be a steam train coming through to. Are you waiting for it? It's supposed to be 11:50, the one I got. What is it, 10:20 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a while. I was just telling her when I was a kid here, they used to come, and we used to, like, if they're coming from this direction, we used to hang off a bridge here, and the steam used to bellow, and then we'd run over to this side and boom again. It was fun.
It's supposed to have left Victoria at 9:55.
Oh, yeah?
So,
So, and over there we called it Jimmy's Wood. But Michael was part of this. His official name is Tankshot. And he was in some kind of organization that, like an association that took care of it. This is the back of our house. My house is over there that I was born in. You can't hardly see it because of the trees. And we used to hang out on the wreck here. We called it the wreck.
This has been always,
Soccer fields, yeah.
always.
Always, yeah. Since I think there was only one soccer field when I was a kid, and since I've been coming here, they made 3 soccer
If
fields.
this were Korea, they would have developed into an apartment.
I know it. So anyway, we used to play, we used to come out here and we'd play in the summer especially, either cricket or soccer until it got dark.
Huh.
Yeah, until our
Morning.
until our parents called us in, or whoever owned the ball. If some kid owned the ball, wanted to go home early, end of the game. So what we're going to do now, we just go up to the front of the house where I was born. Dog shit here. And the guy I used to work with on the buses used to live here.
Oh, this house is abandoned.
Cherry Tree Close. And this is a street. And another thing, we used to play soccer on the field here. Yes. Number 23.
Huh?
23. That's
In that small house.
that's where I used to live. That's where I was actually born. I wasn't born in the hospital. I was born in the. Let's see if I can do this with my memory. Up at the top were the Coxes, and then the Weavers, then the Adsheads, then the Arrowsmiths, then the Gills, then the Langleys, and Schofield, Woodfindon, Fletcher, Trice, Fareham, Worthington, and I'm not sure about these. It is Monster. We're going to leave Cherry Tree now. Is the backfields, like we used to call them,
But
the
the
back.
Romiley, everything is getting expensive, honey.
Yeah. So we're going to Romiley Shopping Centre, Comsall Road, and we're going through. I used to call it Jimmy's Wood. I don't know what the exact name is.
I remember walking here with Marple,
Yeah, we used to do that.
drinking water.
Yeah. I guess they're still using the football fields because they're still marked out. And they got more exercise. Oh, they got exercise equipment here. We got to look at these benches as we go.
Oh, just like a Korea.
Yeah. Here we go, look at this.
Oh.
True gentleman.
Oh.
That's and this is my brother. And we're going through Tangshut, and this is why Michael was part of the Tangshut volunteers that kept this place looking nice. This is where we used to play more than anywhere else, in the stream.
Is that right?
Yeah, we used to build dams, floats out. We had little plastic boats.
Like otters.
Otters.
Making dams.
Beavers.
Still safe?
Though I don't think we had any beavers. There's no beavers in England.
I don't.
No, okay.
How fun that was, huh?
Yeah. We used to build dams across the stream and build a big lake. Have a big lake. Yeah.
How fun that was.
I'll tell you a story. I was coming home one night. I'd been working at the pub, right? And it was late. It was
I
after.
think I heard that story, but you can tell me.
After midnight. And I come walking down here.
This is a straight. Right.
Yeah, after midnight, and I could see the shirt and tie of somebody, and there's a body down here, and I thought, oh my God, and I said to myself, when I get home, I'm going to tell my brother Carl, and next morning we'll come down and investigate. Well, Carl wasn't home, so next morning I got up and I went and got my friend Phil, Phil Dempsey. We came out, and he said, yeah. I said, no, there's a body. And right around where I saw the body, it was all flat. So I said, oh, okay. And there was no body. So I went home, and my mother said, you should have seen your Carl last night when he came in. He was covered in mud. And right away, that ding ding. He got so drunk he fell.
The old brother.
My own brother, I left him. Oh dear. So you can see my hometown. That's quite a pretty place.
It is.
Yeah. Let me look at here. Let's see what.
basic 101.
Welcome to Tangshuts. I guess this is what enjoy the mown paths through the meadow. You see a variety of butterflies at night. Owls hunt for mice, and bats and moths. Woody valley known as Jimmy's Wood. I thought it was Jimmy's Wood. Yeah. Bluebells. Yeah, you used to get springtime. I think you get the bluebells, and the whole place will be full of bluebells. You just go picking them. And this here is like a junior RAF, Royal Air Force. I forget what they called it. I'm sure I'll find a sign that tells you what it is. Friends of Tangshutt, that was Michael. Yeah, this is like a junior RAF thing. I forget what it was called. They don't have a sign on. Yeah, 1,000 questions. Okay, we're on the main road going through Romiley now. Heading towards what we call the village.
We'll join there.
It's funny, I played in golf in a lot of places around the world, but never in my hometown. Okay, we'll get a little bit of a pub crawl through Romiley, and the first pub we come to in Romiley is called the Stock Dove. Cascales.
One day,
Yeah,
we sat here and the folk dance was going on.
Yeah, watch the
I got
Morris
like
dances.
100 pictures.
Right, yeah, we watched the Morris dances outside the pub one day. Yeah, it was nice.
So I guess this is talking about that one.
Yeah. Home cooked lunch.
I guess
This shop here, that's part of this healthcare thing, was a newsagent, and I used to deliver newspapers from this shop. That's how I used to make my pocket money. Lasagna, curry, cottage pie, salt and pepper chips.
it has changed, right?
This part hasn't. This is still the
Wow.
same. This has
Really?
obviously been,
That long?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is, I don't know if you can see it, but my elementary school, it's called Romiley County Primary School.
So I guess
But
this
this-
is attached.
This is the original, then they built this part of it since. Yeah, they've probably got indoor bathrooms now.
Wow. You guys didn't have it?
No, we had outdoor bathrooms.
Yeah.
This area here, there was a theater, a movie house called the Savoy, after the Savoy of London, I'm sure. And we used to come and do we used to come to the movies, we used to come to matinees. You know, the Green Arrow or other, you know, American usually productions. Watch the matinee, it used to be cool. And I remember across the way here, there used to be old townhouses, and they come along and knocked them all down, built all this stuff. It's called Romiley Precinct. Seemed to be the thing they're doing at the time, because I think Woodley's got one, Marple got one, but Romiley is still a pretty hip place. I think because it's anchored to the Romiley Forum, which is a place they should put a lot of shows on. This is something sad. This used to be a bank. We used to come here to cash Travis checks when we first got here. Yeah.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. And they've closed all the banks now in Romiley. The closest bank is Stockport.
Even this much population
Yeah,
is not
no.
good enough
Isn't
for
that
them to run?
insane, isn't it? Yeah, the first Saturday of the month they do a market here. It's pretty cool, evidently. And they did a Foodie Friday last night. Then you can see Jake's Ale House. That's new. That was never here. Hey, okay. You got an Italian restaurant here. And one thing I'm major disappointed in, Fletcher's Fish and Chips is closed. Okay, we got St. Chad's Church over there. I think that's where a lot of people got married in Romiley. And here's the Romiley Arms, the second pub. So we saw the Stock Dove. Oh, I'm not counting Jake's Ales. I used to drive the buses. There's a Romiley train station. It's probably the original building. Probably over 100 years old. And we got another pub over here. It's called the Platform, or Platform 1. One time it was called the Railway, but we were in there the other day. They've renovated it, so it's really nice in there. The place on the left here used to be called the Grey Horse Inn, and I used to work behind the bar here, and this used to be my second home. Spent a lot of time in this place.
Tell the church you guys.
Yeah. And right across the street is the Romiley Methodist Church. And you can see the wall there. And the pub used to open on 12 o'clock on a Sunday. And we always be lined up on the wall across the street. Well, I heard this is closing, or it might have closed already.
It collapsed because the woman called opium, young ruby.
Okay, here's the Friendship. Just excuse me, I'm sorry. Friendship, well, we used to come in here. My friend Colin, that was his pub, and Ian. And my dad's pub. This was my dad's pub. They call them inns, even though they probably don't have room for rent anymore. Around the back here, they used to have a bowling green. I don't know if they still do. And here's the Duke of York. Can you see a Honda anyway? I can't see it. Yeah. We're going in the Duke of York. Okay, we're in the Duke of York. Having a pint. And you can see the pumps are all gravity fed, and got a good pint here.
Yeah, look, they put the roof on now.
All right.
Trusses are going up.
Here's my cousin Susan. Turn around and say hi.
Hi.
And Chris, our husband Chris.
Hi.
Come to visit.
Hi.
Most decent English lady.
Yeah.
All right.
Cross over this way.
Be careful.
Yeah,
Get
we're
across
going
on the
over
gallon. Yeah. How about the restaurant? Did you ever go in there?
Waterside, no.
No.
Not a restaurant now.
No.
It's flat. It's
It used to be a
outside.
pub, didn't it?
Yeah. It
No.
was empty for years. It was
Oh,
empty.
you're right. I think that's been there for years. Yeah, I think I remember that.
Well, it
Yeah.
started off
Oh, okay.
on the left and then he moved there.
Oh, Chris, here's the canal.
You found it. You found it.
Yeah. So this is canal that we could have pop out and take it.
Yeah.
Chris, I don't know if food is just
That's what I'm confused.
Oh, you gotta go towards Marple.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would have definitely gone that way. Now, where do we end up there?
Bradbury? Woodley or someplace.
That is awesome.
This is where we had our Boy Scout hut. I don't know if it still is. It looks like it could be. And we had like a wharf here. We used to call it the wharf. And we used to have a boat that we used to sail on the Boy Scouts right there. That's where I went to Boy Scouts.
This is thrilling place.
How we doing?
All right.
Catch a bucket full?
Well, not a bucket full, it's slow.
Yeah, what we did, I just got on the canal now at the bottom of Romiley. So, and we're walking back towards the Legging Tunnel.
Ah, Chris, we came out this way. Chris, that's Spread Eagle. The other day, we came out this way, Chris.
Right,
From Jericho.
right.
Ah, woo.
Pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going backward looks different.
Right.
Oh, pretty. Chris, I'm.
Okay, here's Chadkirk. The way to Chadkirk, that's where we came from.
Oh, yes.
You can't run up as low, you can going down. So that's the entrance to Legging Tunnel. And we're walking over Legging Tunnel now. Yeah. Oh, look at that, a wedding. Should we go on wedding crashes?
No. Oh, he's not rolling.
You're doing all the work there, ma'am.
He's not doing anything. He's got busted. You want to jump?
No.
No?
Okay, let's see the aqueduct from this side. There you go. Marvellous piece of engineering. Oh, bad news, we got to walk up to Marple.
Uh-oh.
Right. Number 3. Number 8. There's Marple. It was a long slog, babe, but we made it. Okay, made it back to the digs. Here's our digs. It's like an old Victorian house. Very nice.